Now in the 44th verse. So Lord knew that why Mukunda is running away from him. Because Lord is not speaking about Krishna at all. Lord is speaking everything except the pure devotional service. Santoshe pade nagadi prabhu mukundera vyapadeshe prakasha karena apanare. 44th verse, Chaitanya Bhagavat. 12th chapter. Sorry. Where am I? Which word? 11th chapter, 12th chapter. This is 12th chapter. I went behind. Okay. Anyhow. So the Vaishnavas, they all requested each other that bless Nimai so that his mind will be fixed on Krishna. Now let the son of Jagannath be absorbed in devotion to you without any deviation. That was the constant prayers which all the devotees were actually praying to each other. Let us pray that Jagannath Mishra's son is completely absorbed in devotion to Krishna without any deviation. Then also they are praying, Niravadi preme bhave bhajuka tomare, hena sanga Krishne deha ama sabakare. 12th chapter, 44th verse, Chaitanya Bhagavat. Let him constantly worship you in love. Oh Lord, please let us have such association. We want to see Chaitanya completely absorbed in Krishna prema. That is their prayers to each other actually. They are saying, let us pray to Krishna. Antaryami Prabhu Chitta Janena Sabara Shrivasari Dekhilai Kore Namaskara. As a super soul, the Lord knows the heart of all living entities. Whenever he saw devotees like Shrivas, I would offer them his respects. So whenever he saw devotees like Shrivas, what he used to do, he would offer them his respects. And because Krishna is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma, he knew the heart of the devotees. Bhakta Ashirvada Prabhu Shire Korelaya Bhakta Ashirvade Se Krishnite Bhakti Haya. The Lord accepted the devotee's blessings on his head. For devotional service to Lord Krishna is attained only by the blessings of devotees. So Lord accepted the devotee's blessings. It is said, the highest wealth is attaining the blessings of the devotees. If devotees' blessings are there, it is easy to attain Krishna. Even though Prahlad Maharaj was sitting on the laps of Narsimhadeva, Prahlad Maharaj is hankering for the association of Narada. It is said, if devotees' blessings are there, one can achieve anything, especially devotional service to Krishna. Although the Lord is the only sovereign master for the 14 worlds, he nevertheless accepted on his head the blessings of his devotees. The devotees' blessings are so powerful that by their influence, even a living entity who is averse to Krishna becomes attached to his lotus feet. So that is the power of the devotees. Somebody is envious towards Krishna. But just by devotees' blessings, he can become attached to Krishna. Keha koha sakshate o Prabhu dekhi bole ki karye gunao kalatumi vidya bhole. When somebody told directly to Nimai, why are you wasting your time with mundane education? Keha bole hera dekha Nimani Pandita Vidyayaki Labha Krishna Bhaja Tvarita. Oh Nimai, what are you gaining from studying? Just worship Krishna. So then they are saying, what are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? These verses reminds me of one situation. When Narayana Nikhil was 7th standard, 5th, 6th, 7th standard. Oh, sorry, 4th standard. When he was in 4th standard. To teach him scholarship studies, I took up teaching the extra examinations, that is Homi Baba exam, scholarship exam to everyone. So I thought if I make him sit alone, he will not do. Let me make others also sit. That teachings became so famous that I was appointed in many schools as an extra. They used to send, I had contract with them. So many students used to come. Practically when he was in 3rd, 4th standard. Many students, hundreds and hundreds of students used to come to study. I used to teach them Vedic mathematics and all those things. So that time ISKCON, he came in contact with ISKCON. He came in contact with ISKCON when Nikhil was like 3 years, you can say. Now for 5 years, practically like we used to go and come this much only. We are not too much attached. Like how now new people come like that. Now one day when devotee said, Mataji, why are you so much absorbed in teaching all these things? Give it up. I said, so many students are coming. Whole day classes used to go on. 20 batches like that it used to go. So they used to say, what is the use of all this education? I said, am I studying or what? I'm giving that education to others, Vedic mathematics. I'm good in mathematics, and that's why I can use that knowledge. They said, what is the use? You're not able to chant. Whole day you're just absorbed in teaching. I'm remembering this. What is the use from studying? Just worship Krishna. They used to say this. Just worship Krishna. Teach Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam to others. I thought that time will come, then I'll do. I used to back answer that time so much. Then, Pade kene kuloka Krishna bhakti jani para ye ayadi nahila tabhi vidya ki kare. Why do people study? Education is only for understanding devotional service to Lord Krishna. If that purpose is not served, then what is the use of your education? So even if a person is very educated, but he has no love for Krishna, what is the use of the education? So what is the purpose of education then? The purpose of education is to serve Krishna, is to understand devotional service to Krishna, is to influence others by our knowledge so that others also take up the devotional service. If somebody is very intelligent, naturally people get attracted to him. Then use that scholastic qualities so that you can influence others and take them in devotional service. Devotion to Krishna, achieving devotional service to Krishna is the perfection of all knowledge and learning. If devotion to Krishna is not attained, then all endeavors for accumulating knowledge are useless. Knowledge that does not awaken one's attachment for Krishna simply increases one's material illusion. That is why Srimad Bhakti Vinod Thakur has written in his Kalyana Kalpataru, Jada Vidyayat Mayar Vaibhavatumara Bhajane Badha Mohe Janamiya Anitya Samsare Jiva Ke Kare Gadha. Materialistic studies are the glare of Maya only, for they are an obstacle to spiritual progress. They create illusion in this material world and turn the living entity into an ass. See, this is a very important verse. Gadha. Gadha means it becomes a gadha. If too much of education enters our consciousness and is just absorbed in all materialistic endeavors, he actually becomes a donkey. What is it as? Krishna says 4 types of people never come to me. They become pakka karmis. Their only work is work hard, attain results, again work hard, attain results, and then spend, again work hard. So and they don't experience that bliss. Whatever happiness, that is also flickering happiness only. That is why any progress in our devotional, any progress in our materialistic life, if it is there, then one should fear that progress should not create an impediment in the path of devotional service. That is a prayers everyone should do to the devotees. Even though a person may go high and high in this materialistic life, but that should not hamper one's devotional service. In this, Kulashekar Alvar gives a nice prayers. He says, what should I do? Whatever I have got, it is because of my prarabdha. Whatever prarabdha was there, he got it. But then that should not come as an impediment in the path of devotion service. So there is a verse which says, this is the verse. नास्ता धर्मे नवसंचये नैव कामोपभोगे यद्भाव्यं तद्भवतु भगवन् पूर्वकर्मानुरूपम् एतत् प्रार्थ्यं मम बहुमतं जन्म जन्मान्तरेऽपि त्वत्पादाम्भोरुहयुगगता निश्चला भक्तिरस्तु. Let me not have so much of attachment to any religiosity. Let me not have attachment to the accumulation of wealth. Let me not have any any desire for sense enjoyment. Whatever I have got, yad bhavyam tad bhavatu, whatever it is there with me, because he's a king of Shera dynasty. So now he says, whatever I have got, O Lord, that is because of my whatever karma anurupam, whatever I have become a king, whatever it may be. Bhagavan Purva Karmanurupam, because of my karmas. But even though I may be very opulent, having all the facilities for sense enjoyment, my only prayer is Etat Prarthyam Mama Bahumatam Janma Janmantarepi. Every Janma Janmantarepi. I just desire Tvat Padam Puru Yugata Nishtala Bhakti Rastu. Let me have bhakti towards your lotus feet. Let these opulences or whatever developments, whatever material advancement, they should not come in the path of my devotional service. If I have got it, what I can do? That is because of my previous life impressions or previous karmas. So that is why it is said. So whatever is there with us, that should be used in Krishna's service. That is very important. So devotion to Krishna or achieving devotion service to Krishna, that is the perfection of all knowledge and learning. In the Chaitanya Chaitamrita 8.245, it is stated, on one occasion the Lord inquired of all types of education, which is the most important. Ramananda Rai speaks, the various questions asked by Lord to Ramananda Rai, in that he is asking this question, which is the topmost of all the knowledge? The answer to this is, no education is important other than the transcendental devotional service to Krishna. Hasi bole Prabhu bada bhagya se amara tomara sikhahu more Krishna bhakti sara. The Lord smiled and said, I am most fortunate, for you are all teaching me the devotional service to Krishna is the essence of all education. So Lord is very happy to see the concern which the devotees had for Chaitanya. He says, I'm so fortunate that you are teaching me that all these material educations are actually useless and hopeless. Sometimes we are very happy that our children get flying colors in all the wonderful materialistic educations. But always understand one thing. We should restrict this happiness to ourselves. It is good that happiness should be there, provided we should see our children grow in devotional service. Now it is the next generation who has to grow. Somehow in this generation, all of us are something we are doing for Krishna. Our children should also be engaged in Krishna service. If we don't do that, then what will happen? If we allow them to do whatever comes in their mind, it will be a big obstacle for us all. That is why parents, it's the duty of the parents to bring them in Krishna consciousness and see that they are also getting the chance to hear, serve Krishna. They should be regularly brought to the temple. They should be given some services. Now, those who were small kids 10, 15 years before, now they are all grown-ups now. They are all now 15, 16, 17, 18. It is young boys and young girls now. So they should be given physical services, not only physical services, they should be trained now in education of Krishna. And they should be given the opportunity also to speak. So we have to start, we have to now, because now they are no more children now. They are all now young boys, young girls. And if they are not trained now, what will happen? Till 12th standard or maybe till some time, they will be with you. They will do just because you have told. Still the taste has not come. So when they get an opportunity to go somewhere else, they will do what comes in their mind. But if they are trained from the house only, then wherever they are, like our Radha is in, she sends me the photo. She is in Nellore, she is studying, but she has made her room a Vrindavan. She has kept beautiful photos of Lord. She is reading Bhagavatam. So this is very important, how the parents bring up the children in their houses. For that, I request mother, father to put so much attention that they are chanting. They should chant first. See that your children are chanting. If your children are not chanting, then make them chant. Scold them. Not a problem. You have rights to scold. You have rights. Don't say, आजकल के बच्चे कलयुग है. Don't talk all this nonsense. There's nothing like कलयुग and all. It is not yet Ghora Kaliyuga has come. Scold them if they are not chanting. Be strict with them. See that they are chanting every day morning. Give them what you have. You have so much of knowledge with you. Train them. Srila Prabhupada says in the house every day night, they should read a Krishna book. Now alone they will not read. So because the parents themselves have now become like they are well versed now. So what you should do, you should sit with them and read at least one story of Krishna book. Teach them one shloka of Bhagavad Gita. So in this way, slowly, the seed of devotion should be watered. Don't go so much, but at least slowly, seed of devotion. Make them chant 4 rounds, 8 rounds, slowly, because they have studies also. At least if they do 4 rounds, 8 rounds, that itself is good. They should know to do Mangalarti in the morning. They should know Narsimha. They should know Tulasi Aarti. They should know Gaurarti. Even this much they know, that is enough. You cannot put so much to them. At least they should know all this. And they should start their day with Mangalarti. We don't know Agyata Sukruti. So much of Agyata Sukruti automatically will flow. So wherever they go, they will shine. No amount of dirtiness can enter in them. Because in big colleges like AIMS, IIT, and all those colleges, as much as good students are there, so much more than that are the rogues who are like interested in drinking, in drugs and all those things. So our children, they always will be protected by Krishna Bhakti. That is why train the children. If you don't do that, then it should not happen that you repent. So, so here it is said, Lord says, I'm very fortunate that you are saying that material education is actually nothing. What is important? Krishna Bhakti is important. Tumi saba yara kore shubhanusadhan mora chitte khenalaya sehi bhagyavana. I sincerely feel that one who is blessed by all of you is most fortunate. So that is why seeking the blessings of elders is very important. Actually, we should bring our children when they have attained very good, wonderful success. We should make them pay obeisances to our gurus. We should make them pay obeisances to the devotees. By this, what happens? The moment they bow down, the moment they put their heads down, automatically the flow of Ashirvada starts. It's very important. Nowadays, everything is WhatsApp. But actually, if you see, we should make the children come, bow down before Lord, bow down before Pujari, bow down before our gurus, go down before our devotees. This will make them humble. This will make them feel more connected to the devotees and Lord. Katadina padaya mora chitte ache chalimo bhujiya bhala Vaishnave rakache. I have already decided that after teaching a while longer, I will go serve a pure devotee. Now see what a beautiful statement. After teaching for some time, I am going to serve. I am going to go and serve a pure devotee. The Lord said, after studying in this way for a while longer, I will approach a Mahabhagavat Vaishnava. And after understanding topics of the spiritual world, I will follow him. In other words, I have a desire to first become expert in studies and then cultivate pure Vaishnava principles. So here, this is very important. Lord says, I will serve a Mahabhagavat and then I will study and then I will preach. It's very important. If you don't study, what we are going to preach? So, Swadhyaya is very important. Serving is very important. Serving, Swadhyaya. If this is not done, just sitting on the Vyasasana and preaching has no sense. When this lockdown started, we were surprised to see there were so many who were doing online preaching. I was just thinking, there was a girl, 22 years girl. She is RGHS teacher. Suddenly she sent me a message, Mataji from Mayapur, the Vyasasana I'm preaching. She only made a Vyasasana. I told, have you studied any time? Because I know this girl has never studied. But now, what is the most easiest thing Prabhupada has done is he has given everything. You just have to open and start. But then here it is very clearly said, without seva, without swadhyaya, it is okay. It is just for our sense enjoyment. Oh, I am also a preacher. So that is actually not preaching. That is just a mockery. Preaching is actually for one's own self. First study. Srila Prabhupada also spent time in studying. If you don't study, if you don't do swadhyaya, we may call ourselves a great preacher. But when we open the mouth and somebody says something, we don't have any word, any verses to refute also. So that is why Swadhyaya, this Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, this makes a person at least come in contact with the verses which they can use while preaching. So every preacher's work is to study. Ita boli hase Prabhu seva ke rasane Prabhu ramaya keha Prabhu ranachine. So after saying this, the Lord smiled at his servants. By his influence, however, nobody could recognize him. यही मत ठाकुर सबार चित्त करे हेन नाही ये जने अपेक्षा नाही करे. So in this way, Nimai attracted the heart of everyone. There was no one who escaped his power of attraction. So sometimes he used to sit on the banks of Ganga. Sometimes he wandered in the streets of Navadvip. Wherever the residents saw the Lord, they would welcome him with great respect. Yehi mata kshane Prabhu vaise Ganga tire खकना भ्रमेना प्रति नगरे नगरे प्रभु देखिले मात्र नगरियागन परम आदर करी वंदन वंदेन चरण. So everyone is to welcome him. So here we'll stop. Any doubts you can ask. No doubts. Satyabhama Mataji. Yeah, 1 minute. Satyabhama Mataji. Yes, tell about how Radha is really changing everyone there. She has made the canteen wala also cook without onion garlic. Power of preaching. Yes, tell what she is doing, everything. Tell everybody should know that.
Yeah, Mataji, now every day she's going with Tilak only to her college. So she walks. And there is another devotee girl from Ghaziabad who is our Guru Maharaj. She's following our Guru Maharaj. His Holy Gopalkrishna Maharaj. And like when she went from Tirupati and Jagannath Puri, we got all tan, sun tan. So whenever we put tilak, no, there was a natural tilak forming because on that area you will not get tan. So she was telling, her name is Mallika Mishra or something. So she said, Radha, you have a natural tilak on your forehead. Then Radha, you should put tilak because that is the protection for you and it will remind others also of Krishna. So she's doing that every day. She puts tilak and it is there in her on her forehead till her lap gets over in the evening. So she comes back by 5, 6. I tell her while you walk also you chant in the morning. She has to walk for 10 minutes to her college. So she's chanting, she's having her counter also and Japmala also she has taken. And Jagannath Puri, she got one small Jagannath for her. So that she has kept in her altar, Radha Madhav and Narsimha. And every day she sings Narsimha Aarti before bed and she chants, she's regularly chanting 8 rounds now.
Very good. This is what I expect to with all other kids also, all other children also.
And it is so wonderful, Mataji, that Vellore ISKCON, the devotees are so
Vellore.
yesterday Ekadashi, Mataji, there is a Mataji, Ranga Prasad Mataji, she gives, she asks the children how many of them want Ekadashi Prasad. Around 12 children,
Jai.
yes, Mataji. So she gives every Ekadashi, she gives Prasad enough for night also, morning and night, afternoon and night. And one Prabhuji for Balram Jayanti is taking all of them to ISKCON Salem. Base, they have created a base outside the gate. So outside the gate, Gauranga Mall, there is a base they are creating for boys. I told them, please call the girls also. So Saturday, Sunday, they can go and now attend Bhagavatam class and whatever, participate in the Aarti and have prasad. So it will include the girls. So they're creating a base for the boys. Those who don't want to live in hostel can live in base. Like ISKCON has base for boys. Base.
Yeah, ISKCON has base for boys. Even IIT Bombay also there is a base
Correct.
for boys.
Yeah.
So
So just
our
outside the gate, so it is wonderful. So I'm going next week. I'll be staying in that Gaurang Mall only. The Mataji has booked a place. So they're taking 1 day trip to ISKCON Salem, which is 200 kilometers. So they'll go for Balram Jayanti and come. At least the boys are going. I don't know about the girls. So
very
if it
good.
given permission, so the Mataji is taking care. She's acting as a local guardian. I said you give the name as the local guardian for you.
Nice, very nice. Yes, Bimlesh.
Correct.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
क्या
माता
माता
जी,
जी?
आपने आपने ये मंगल आरती, नरसिम्हा आरती, तुलसी आरती, एक और आरती बताई थी,
गौर आरती।
विच आर गौर आरती। ओके। एंड माता जी, जो हम स्वाध्याय करते हैं, जब तक हम आप जैसे गुरु से या किसी से नहीं सुनेंगे तो वो स्वाध्याय तो आप कितना भी पढ़ते रहो, इतना अंडरस्टैंडिंग
सुन के ही तो पढ़ना है, सुनना है फिर पढ़ना है, दोनों करना है, सुनना है और पढ़ना भी है। अगर सुनेंगे खाली, नहीं पढ़ेंगे, अभ्यास नहीं करेंगे, जैसे स्कूल में हम सुनते हैं, आकर उसको बाय हार्ट करते हैं, तो वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। लर्निंग करना वर्सेस लर्निंग करना। अकेले में जब रहते हैं तो पढ़ना चाहिए। हम खाली सुनेंगे पढ़ेंगे नहीं तो वो फिर अंदर घुसेगा नहीं, वो आया राम गया राम हो जाएगा। ओके,
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।